Hi there, folks. Doug Ashenfelder here. And I just got done reading day 41, and it kind of threw me off a little bit when Chris started out talking about not everything being God's will. And then I read on, I read through and what he's referring to and what he was talking to, and I understood his principles, and I agree with him. But I think, the example there in the garden when Jesus is praying, and I mean, he's praying, he's sweating bullets because he knows what's coming. And I think when he's talking to the Father, he's pleading there saying, if there's some other way, God, if there's something else we can do, Father, if there's some other way we can achieve what we need to achieve, that end product, let that happen. But if not, I'm here to do what needs to be done. And I know a lot of us have been in that situation. I know a lot of guys that served with me in the military, served under me. I'd give them an order. I knew what the outcome was. And I knew in my mind the way that it needed to get done. Occasionally somebody would come to me and say, hey, have you thought about this, Chief? Maybe we can do it this little different way. I'd consider it. Sometimes I'd change my mind. But for the most part, the objective is what we were after. What the end product is, that's what we were after. And when he's in the garden, that's what's happening. He knows what's coming. And it's that human side of Jesus at that time that was sweating the bullets. It was saying, Lord, I don't know if I can handle this. But he knew the outcome. He knew what the end product must be, and he did it. And he said, forget basically, not my will, but your will be done. Don't worry about me. It'll happen. But sometimes also where God can change his mind. He might be swayed one way or the other, but it's us interceding in prayer. And again, it's prayer. It's the same example we see with Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. It was prayer. Him talking to the Father. Him letting the Father know what his desire was, but willing to accept God's will. It was not all over. This is a good one. Letter 41 made me think. Really opened my eyes. I had to think a little bit. To sit down here and make this little video for you today, put a lot of pressure on me. But you know something? It makes sense. It's prayer. How we pray, and what we pray for, and what we're willing to accept. And if we're willing to accept God's will, regardless of what we pray, then we're on the right track. Love you. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you pray, and what the Lord comes back and says is not what you prayed for. It's not the outcome you wanted. But there's occasions where God's will must be done in order to achieve an end product. We just need to be strong enough in faith to accept the outcome. It doesn't hurt to keep trying though. Pray, pray, pray. Love you.